Alright, so what it do to everybody? This is another episode we are thugging on here. Not of The Last of Us. Not The Last of Us episode 7 is coming, you know. So, you know, episode 6 just got posted. So you gotta be patient. You gotta be patient. But episode 7 is coming. You know. But this is an episode of what's going on in my life, you know, my love life, you know, in real time, you know, in the parallel universe. Shout out to Netflix and all these other fucking platforms showing me love, mainly Netflix, because Netflix is the one telling my biopic series and shit. So let's get into this episode because it's a very, you know, deep episode, you know, dealing with money, you know, trust and all this shit like that. So I kick in the door, waving the 4-4. So, you know, I kick in the door, and Jenna like, baby, what the hell is going on? I'm getting blood drawn. I'm like, you been stealing money from me? She's like, why would I steal money from you? I got millions of dollars too. I'm like, but you've been handling my money. She's like, oh, baby, I let my mom and my sister deal with the money. I'm like, why would you let them touch my fucking money? So she's like, I mean, I didn't, what was stolen? I'm like, what do you mean was fucking stolen? They saying that two convenient fucking properties where you open up convenience stores at. She's like, a convenience store? I'm like, it's a fucking shopping center with different stores in it. She's like, oh, I know what that is. What do you mean? I'm like, I mean that it says that it's been two of these bitches that's been purchased. Not to mention, it's been houses that's been bought in different fucking states. She's like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, and it's all under my name, but it's my money. The bank called me up and said, look, David, sir, you know, somebody been spending your money like crazy buying properties and stuff, and we wanted to know if it was you. And he was like, well, we know this is not the typical stuff that you spend your money on because you already know what you done got your money invested in. So we wanted to know if it was you. And I'm like, hell no, that shit ain't me. So Jenna like, it ain't me. So she was like, okay, I'm about to get to the bottom of it. Okay, can I, is this all the blood you need for right now? She was like, yeah. So Jenna gets up, right? And she's like, we're gonna get to the bottom of it. So she goes in there with her mom and sisters and all of them. She's like, whoa, cut that fucking TV off real quick. Cut that TV off. So like, you gonna talk to us about your condition? She's like, I don't need to talk to y'all about my fucking condition. I want to talk to y'all about my husband fucking money. Now y'all know I was kind of like his accountant. I was dealing with his money and stuff. But when I got sick, I started letting mommy I started letting you and you deal with the money. Now, what David got in his fucking hand is papers full of fucking damn purchases that he didn't fucking purchase. So, y'all was taking his money and buying fucking properties and shit in stores. That's not your fucking money. So y'all can't be doing shit like that. They like, well, he a trillionaire. We ain't think he was mine. She's like, that is the dumbest shit that anybody can say. Just because somebody's a fucking trillionaire, it don't matter if he was a fucking millionaire. You don't steal somebody's money. It doesn't fucking belong to you. So the fact that y'all sat there and did this shit right up under his fucking nose, not even under his nose, under my fucking nose, and you in that man's house, that is totally blatantly fucking disrespectful. Now I don't know what the fuck he gonna do about this shit. Because if he throw y'all asses out, it is well deserved. Because y'all asses was too damn disrespectful. And this is like really unforgivable. There's no way that he can trust y'all after this. I'm like, I never trusted they ass in the fucking beginning. You understand? I don't trust none of my family members. I don't trust no fucking body. The only person I trust is my dad, who is God. That's the only fucking person I trust with my life. I don't trust nobody else with shit. So she like, all right, well, honey, what you want to do about this shit? So I'm like, y'all motherfuckers gonna work this debt off. Y'all want to steal from me? Y'all want, give me my motherfucking, give me all of my passwords for my shit. Cause you know what? I'm just gonna change my passwords. It don't matter. I already changed them anyway. I already took care of all that. Now, I would throw y'all the fuck out, but see, I can't do that. She's like, yes, you can. I'm like, you sure? She's like, yes, you can. I'm like, but what about you? She's like, I'll be fine. Your nurses is here and stuff like that, so I'll be fine. I'll be okay. I'm like, well, we still got to go out on our date and stuff. She's like, you want to throw them out because you can? So I'm like, you being hard on them more than I am. It's like, because that's fucking wrong. They stealing from you and that's wrong. They shouldn't be doing that shit. I trusted them to take care of the money, not to fucking steal the money. And that shit making me look bad. You know, that make me look like I'm stealing money from my own husband and I'm not even doing that shit. I didn't even think they would do that shit. So I'm like, look, y'all not handling my money no more. Y'all was never supposed to handle my damn money. But see, I would throw y'all out, but even though she said I can, I know I shouldn't because she still needs y'all here because she is sick. But I'm going to tell you this right now. If you wasn't related to Jenna, if any of y'all wasn't related to Jenna, this would have been a different conversation. I'm just telling y'all that right now. It would have been a totally different conversation because where my mind speed off to, it's no way that I would have let y'all get away with this shit. You see what I'm saying? See, that's a bitch move right there. And y'all kind of bitch me. And then you gonna give me a fucking answer, well, you a trillionaire, I ain't think you were mine. Yeah, I do fucking mind. I don't care how much money I got. I don't care how much things I got. I'm gonna mind if you take something that's mine and it doesn't belong to you. And then you sitting up in my damn face saying, well, you got more of it anyway. I ain't think you would mind if I just took it. Yeah, bitch, I do mind. You see what I'm saying? So what the fuck you mean? You want my nigga? First of all, you ain't my fucking brothers and sisters. You know how sisters and brothers, they borrow clothes and shit like that? That's a different type of situation because they your siblings. So that's different. But when you dealing with a motherfucker that just walk around just taking shit because you got a lot of shit and they think you ain't gonna mind, if I ain't give it to you, you can't take it. You understand what I'm saying? That's called respect. Y'all don't got that shit. Y'all running around here acting like y'all respect me, but y'all stealing money from up under me. I should get y'all stomped the hell out right now. I really should get y'all stomped the hell out right now. But you lucky that y'all related to Jenna. If y'all wasn't related to her, I told y'all, this would be a different damn ball game. I would be handling this a lot fucking different. But since y'all all related to her, I'm not even going to do what I really want to fucking do. But do not ever steal from me ever again. None of those fucking properties. All that shit y'all bought, that shit mine's now. It belongs to me. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with all that shit, but it's mine. It was my money that got the shit. So now y'all out of everything y'all done stole from me. Money, the little properties and stores y'all fucking bought under my fucking name with my money, all that shit is mine. It was never y'all's. So don't be looking all sad now. It's mine. You thought I was going to give it to you? No, fuck no. Y'all going to work off your damn debts from all the money y'all done stole from me and y'all still don't get shit. So Jenna was like, I think that's fair. So Jenna mother like, you going to let him talk to us like that? Jenna, you going to let your husband talk to us like that? Your own mother. She's like, mine, shut the hell up. Because you sat up there and you probably was the main one stealing from him. So yeah, I'm going to let him talk to you like that. Because it's his damn money. Y'all shouldn't have been touching his damn money. Y'all up in his damn man house and sleeping in his man house and having fun in his man house and all this shit. And then the thing is, you don't even got to steal from him because he will give you money if you ask him. You know he would. So the fact that y'all took it that fucking far to steal from that man, knowing that he would give you the fucking money, that's totally disrespectful. That lets you know how much respect you got for him. So yes, I'm going to let him talk to you the way the fuck he wants to because that's his damn money. Y'all bought a lot of shit with that man money. And then y'all sitting up here looking like y'all ain't do nothing wrong. Y'all did something definitely fucking wrong. See, that's the thing. Nobody like to look at themselves in the mirror. They don't like to see how fucked up they are as an individual. But when somebody bringing it to their attention, oh, you gonna let him talk to me like that? Yes, I am. Because you shouldn't have been stealing from his fucking ass. So, I ain't gonna let him talk to you like that. Next time, keep your fucking hands and your damn thieving ass to your damn self. Maybe nobody would disrespect you by talking to you like that. You see what I'm saying? Now you is lucky because he probably would have got your asses stomped the hell out. So y'all lucky y'all related to me. So basically, I done saved y'all from a horrible ass whooping. Okay? So anyway, me and David are going out on a date. Try to keep your fucking hands to yourselves. I mean, goddamn, y'all stealing from my fucking husband and everything. So all I remember is that me and Jenna, we ended up leaving, right? And the mother like, how the hell did David find out about that shit? I mean, we didn't tell Jenna. How the hell did Jenna find out about it? So they like, I mean, the money is connected to the bank that he's in. I mean, it is his damn bank. You don't think they gonna contact his ass and tell him what the fuck going on? I ain't even think of that shit. So Jim was like, baby, hold up, stop the car. I'm like, no, we gotta keep the car running. So the car is taking us to our destination. And Jenna like, baby, listen to me. I had no idea that they were stealing money. I didn't even think that they would do that shit, to be honest with you. Because my mother is such a stand-up woman. Well, now she not. I don't think she is no fucking more. I mean, you going around doing shit like that, ain't nothing stand up about you. But it's like, goddamn, you run around stealing shit. So I'm like, yeah. She's like, I mean, I didn't even think my sister had it in her to do that shit. So I didn't even know. I swear I had no fucking idea they were doing that shit. I'm like, she's like, because they wasn't telling me. They wasn't telling me shit. So every time I asked them, how's the books looking? Is everything looking good? They be like, yeah, everything's looking perfect. And I would take their word for it. I never would really challenge them. So I'm so happy that now I know that they full of shit now. I'm like, that's the point. Everybody full of shit. You feel me? That's the thing. Everybody's full of shit. See, what you gotta understand, Jenna, is I stopped putting my trust in people a long ass time ago. You see what I'm saying? I don't like a lot of males around me. I don't trust males. Cause a lot of these males, they're gay. I don't like being around motherfucking males. Males is on some real, they weird motherfuckers. They weirdos. You see what I'm saying? They act tough in your eyes, but then they get fucked up the ass. It's like, what type of weird shit is that? You don't know how many people I had to shoot because a nigga thought, oh, I go that way. Bitch, I don't go that way. Don't ever try to put your hands around me, nigga. You see what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of weird shit going on in the world. So I had to stay to myself. You see what I'm saying? I had to stay to myself because you never know what a nigga thinking in their minds. So I don't like being around niggas. And then I got this damn thing where I can read your mind. Like I can hear your damn thoughts. I know what you're thinking. So it's like, I can already hear it. So that's why I really don't like being around people. Because people damn front like they like you. But in the inside, what they really thinking is something negative. You see what I'm saying? So I keep myself distance from people because I really, like once I read your mind and I'm seeing what you really think about me, I don't even want to be around your little fake ass. You don't got to act like you like me. Why the hell you acting like you like me? Because you can do both of us a favor and act like how the fuck you really want to act. Because acting like you genuinely like me when in the inside you don't, it's killing you to be this nice to me. Then why don't you just don't be nice to me? Because I respect your ass a lot more if you just show me how you really feel. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I stay away from people. Because you never know if they really mean how they feel. Because one minute a nigga will fuck with you. You know, they have a good conversation with you. And then the next minute, they angry. It's like you can't figure them out. Like a female. That's just with a male. Females are always hard to predict. You see what I'm saying? So I would rather deal with a female than deal with a punk ass male. Because a male shouldn't have those type of tendencies. If I don't fuck with you, I don't really say too much to you. It ain't that I'm going through anything. It's just that that's how I am. You know what I'm saying? You say hi, I look at you, give you a little wave or whatever. But if I don't say nothing to you, it's nothing personal. It's just that I'm a man. And I don't fuck with a lot of niggas. I don't put no trust in a lot of motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? I stopped doing that shit a long time ago. Motherfuckers are dirty. They stinking. They funky. You see what I'm saying? So I don't even like being around other males. They not like me. I had a motherfucker online talking about something. That nigga David, he might not be gay, but he do his hair like he gay. Look, you see the way he do his hair and stuff. Bitch, I do my hair the way the fuck I want to. I'm clean, motherfucker. I'm a clean motherfucker. I like clean shit. You see what I'm saying? When I fucking take a shit, I wipe the shit out my ass. You know what I mean? So you can say what the fuck you want. Even with my hair looking like a female, I still get mad bitches. I swim in so much pussy, I be like, God damn, it's too much. So nigga, you better go ahead, nigga. You can wish. You only can wish you can swim in all the pussy I swim in, nigga. All the ass I get, and you niggas mad. So that's why y'all say I look like a girl, or I can wear my hair like I want to, nigga. It's called fashion, motherfucker. Learn, look it up, bitch. It's fashion. Y'all niggas don't know about fashion. Y'all don't know how to create outfits and put shit together. Y'all don't know about that shit. So I got my own fashion line and my own models. So I know about taking bold statements. You know what I'm saying? So now they talking about I hate gays. I do hate gays. I hate them because they shouldn't be gay. You see what I'm saying? They shouldn't be a fucking damn faggot. Just like a girl shouldn't be a lesbian. But we got them. You see what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm like, motherfuckers always getting offended. When you saying, oh, David don't like gays. He banned them from his website. Yes, the fuck I did. I don't want no gay motherfucker saying what they gonna do to me on my website. You better go take that shit somewhere else with that faggot ass shit. I do not want no nigga telling me that you want to suck my damn dick. I will stomp this shit out you if you say that shit in my damn face. The fuck is wrong with y'all niggas? All this damn ass running around here, y'all niggas want to be gay? Really? It ain't nothing personal, but this is how my mind is thinking. Y'all motherfuckers running around here with no filter? Well, I don't got no damn filter no damn more either. I do not like gay motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck how a nigga take that shit. Take it how the fuck you want to. I don't like gay niggas. I don't like lesbian motherfuckers. I don't like transgenders. I don't like none of you motherfuckers. Y'all all fucking weirdos. Y'all want to call me a damn weirdo? Y'all the real fucking weirdos. Cause y'all don't know that y'all don't know that what the fuck y'all is that's what you was born on this damn earth. All this, I'm so confused and people just don't understand me. No, shut the fuck up. No, people just don't understand me, nigga. Niggas don't understand my life, nigga. Fuck you mean? You running around here trying to cut your fucking dick off and put a damn vagina on your damn body. I remember when the fucking Kardashian father did that shit and they try to make it seem like he was the first one to ever become a fucking woman. His old ass. They try to make it seem like he was the very first one to ever did some bullshit. Like, you know how many motherfuckers did that shit? He ain't the only one that did some weird shit like that. But because he was one of the Kardashians and he was so famous, they made it seem like he was the first one to ever do it. No, the fuck he wasn't. This is how the fucking Hollywood people want you to think. That's how they want to brainwash you. But it's old ass. Why the fuck it take you that long to do some weird ass shit like that? Nigga, you literally in your fucking 60s. You see what I'm saying? That shit is weird. So what I'm saying to everybody is like, what I'm saying to you, Jenna, is everybody fucking weird. And everybody, you can't trust motherfuckers. You think I trust any bitch I fuck? I know they asses got hidden agendas when they let me beat it up. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't got hidden agenda. I love you. I'm like, I didn't say you, Jenna. She like, look, David, I'm thinking, I turned down the second season for Wednesday. I'm like, what you mean you turned down that show was a hit? She's like, yeah, but David, I don't want you to go back to acting. And I don't want people to know about my condition yet. I'm like, okay, are you sure this is what you want? She's like, yeah, I'm sure. I'm like, but baby, the show was a big hit. She's like, David, at any minute, my hair is going to fall out of my head, David. I'm going to be a bald-headed bitch. It's going to be pretty hard to hide this shit from people. David, I'm just not ready to tell anybody yet. I'm like, okay, I understand. She's like, because once they find out, then everybody will fucking know. I'm just not ready yet. I'm like, I understand. I get it. I understand. She's like, I'm like, but you could wear wigs. Like, David, people will know that it's a fucking wig. And then they'll be like, why are you wearing a wig? Like, I'm like, but what if you say you got some gum stuck in your hair and you just had to cut your hair off? I mean, you could make up an excuse. You don't have to necessarily tell them that you got cancer. So she's like, but David, I have to be monitored like every few hours. It's going to be kind of hard to keep that from them. I'm like, no, it's not. Because I'm still going to be in a wheelchair. So I can say that the nurses is for me. Look, I'm not going to let you give this show up. It's a hit show. And I told you I would be in it. I know I'll be in a wheelchair. It's not the way you wanted me to be or how I wanted it to be, but at least I'll be supporting you. So she's like, okay, all right. As long as we do it together. And we bring our kids as well, because I want it to be a family thing. I'm like, of course, anything for you, honey. So I remember me and, Jenna Ortega, we kissed, we ended up having sex. Good thing about it is I've been spending a lot of time with Jenna Ortega. And we've been going out on a lot of dates and just being together so people can see that we are back together and that this is still my damn wife. At the end of the day, this is still my girl. So Jenna, she was crying on our date because she was like really emotional. And I'm like, what you crying for? It's like, I just never thought that we'd be like fully back together. Like, we're literally back together. And it just hit me that we're back together. Like, we're going to be getting remarried and we're going to be doing that show together. And it just, I don't know, it just everything don't seem like it's really happening, but it is. I'm like, you ever had that feeling? Like, like you can't believe it's happening, but it is actually happening. Like you want to pinch yourself, like this cannot be really happening. I'm like, yeah, I be having that feeling sometimes. She's like, yeah, I be just wondering, like, this cannot be happening to me, like not right now. So I'm like, I get what you're saying. So I remember we did go on a date. We had fun. Then I took her back home or whatever like that. Now, I decided to take my twin daughters with me, and I had to take them with me because I was taking them to see Zendaya. Now, Nadia had called me. She's like, "Hey, David." I'm like, "Who is this?" She's like, "It's Nadia, your girlfriend, well, your pregnant girlfriend." I'm like, "Oh, hey, Nadia, what's up?" Talk to Jermaine. She's like, "No, he ain't called me." Well, the only time he would call me, actually, I did talk to Jermaine. Well, no, I didn't. I was thinking about calling Jermaine about the papers because they kind of like came. I told you we've been already filing for divorce way before you came into the picture. So I'm like, okay, so you want me to come there now? It's like, well, what are you doing now? I'm like, I'm about to take care of something, but I'll be there at I'm done though. She's like, okay, as soon as you're done, I'm like, yeah. It's like, okay, all right. Well, you bringing the kids, your babies, you and Jenna babies? I'm like, yeah, I'll bring them. She's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. So it's like, all right. So it just hit me that I had to go see Jennifer Lopez. But then, as I'm like driving to see Jennifer Lopez, I get this phone call from Ashley Tisdale. Some of y'all don't know who Ashley Tisdale is. Let me fill y'all in on who she is. Ashley Tisdale is the girl that plays Sharpay and like, all the high school musicals. She even had a spinoff, Sharpay, The Adventure, you know what I'm saying? And I actually liked that movie, but she was always Oh, I never really looked at Ashley Tisdale like that. I mean, she was always a pretty girl. I think in High School 2, well, High School Musical 2, she did look really good in High School Musical 2. I ain't going front. But Even when she played Dawn, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, I never really looked at her like that. She was just like, just Ashley Tisdale. But as she got a little older, and like when she played on Young and Hungry, the TV series Young and Hungry, she looked it so good in there. When she played in a few episodes in there, but I was like, damn, she looked good, you know. So Ashley Tisdale called me because we are planning a movie together, and she called me. She wanted to talk to me. So she's like, "Hey, David, it's Ashley Tisdale." I'm like, "The famous actor? I mean, I love you in all those high. I'm like, I love you in all those high school musical movies." She's like, "You gonna bring back those days?" I was calling because I thought that maybe we could like meet up. My family is out of town, so I'm just pretty much here by myself in this big ass house, and I was just wondering if you could meet me at like a hotel or something, and we can just talk, catch up, because I feel like, I mean, where do you want to meet up at? I just want to talk and hang out with you, because we're gonna be filming a movie together, and I feel like we need to get to know each other, talk and hang out, because if we're like strangers on set, it's not going to be realistic when we're on camera. Nobody's going to buy our chemistry. So I'm like, you can meet me at one of my apartments. She's like, I don't know where one of your apartments is. Could you like send me the directions? So I'm like, yes. So I sent Ashley Tisdale the directions to one of my apartments, and she was like, okay, so I got it, but when do you want me to come there? Like, when do you want me to meet you there? And like, what, in an hour, 2 hours? I'm like, and like, I'm gonna text you when I'm on my way there. She's like, you really gonna text me, or you just saying that to get me off the phone? I'm like, no, for real. I am really gonna text you, I promise. She's like, all right, I'll be waiting for your text, so don't have me waiting too long. So I'm like, all right. So I get off the phone with Ashley Tisdale, and I go see Jennifer Lopez. Now, Jennifer Lopez, we have been kind of like, spotted out together. So as soon as Jenna seen me and she seen my daughters, she's like, "Oh my God, is that you and Jenna? That's you and Jenna Ortega babies." I'm like, "Yeah, they my baby. Well, they our babies." She's like, "They are so pretty. Y'all okay? They are really pretty. They really fucking light. I mean, but they do favor you too. Like they look like you. But goddamn, okay, y'all made some pretty babies." Um, David, they already talking about us online. I'm like, what they saying? She was like, they saying that basically they saying that we dating, which we are dating. But I mean, did you want them to know yet? Cause I didn't say anything. I'm like, well, it's cool. They was gonna find out anyway. She was like, okay. So what about when you knock me up? I'm like, oh, you still can get pregnant? It's like, oh, so you saying I can't get pregnant? So I'm like, I mean, can you? It's like, I mean, I still can get pretty much knocked up. I'm like, you still can? It's like, I mean, I don't see why not. So I remember we started kissing and stuff. She picking up my baby, one of the babies, and we go up in her room and stuff like that. Now she put the babies on the other side of the room because me and Jennifer Lopez, we gonna be having sex, and she don't want the kids kind of like looking at it and stuff like that. So I remember she comes out the room and she had her friends down there, and so they was like, "Yo, y'all gotta leave." So they're like, "What the hell you mean we gotta leave? We just got here like an hour ago. What you mean we gotta leave?" She's like, "Just like what I said, y'all gotta fucking leave." Did I fucking stutter? So they're like, "Jenna, who the fuck came in here? Like, why you acting so funny?" She was like, "It's David." She was like, "Oh, so y'all like pretty much a thing." She's like, "Y'all, you already knew that I was his girlfriend, so it's not like the end of the world." But she's like, "Why the fuck we gotta go because he came here?" So she's like, "Because there's no reason for y'all to be here." So they're like, "Yo, all we gonna be doing is looking at TV and pretty much just geeking and eating and stuff and swimming." She's like, "All right, just try to keep that shit down." He brought his daughters here. So she was like, "Oh, really? From which baby mother?" She was like, "Jenna Ortega." So she's like, "Oh, he brought his daughters here. Are they real pretty?" She's like, "Yes, they are. They really pretty." So she was like, "Do they look like him?" So Jennifer Lopez, like, that is a dumbass question. Yeah, they look like him. But anyway, I'm going back upstairs. I forgot what I came downstairs for. So She comes back upstairs and she's like, all right, my friends are down there. They say they're gonna be like, they're gonna keep it quiet, but I don't know how honest that is because they always loud. So me and Jennifer Lopez, we end up making love and having sex or whatever. And so after we was done having sex, her team had came and then her friends was calling her on her phone and saying that her team is not gonna leave until she come out the room and talk to her and talk to them. So she comes out the room and she goes downstairs and they talking in this other room. She's like, what's going on? I gotta go back upstairs. So they're like, what the hell is upstairs? Why is every damn day so far you've been doing this shit? Sneaking away from your fucking damn photo shoots, not doing your interviews, standing people up for your interviews. What's going on here? What's going on? It's like, are you dating somebody? It's like, yeah, I'm dating somebody. What that got to do with anything? So they're like, well, now it's starting to make sense because you're starting to flake on a lot of shit, and you're actually fucking our money up. See, when we are starting to work out deals, when we work out deals and all these fucking endorsement deals for you, and then you start flaking on them fucking deals, nobody is gonna want to work with you because now you can't fucking be trusted. So like, I can be trusted just because I've been flaking on a few damn situations don't mean that I do it all the time. They like, you've been doing it a lot lately, and we are starting to get pissed off. So they're like, so she's like, wait, you telling me in my damn face that you starting to get pissed off? Well, you know what? I'm starting to get pissed off too. So they're like, why are you getting pissed off? You are the one doing the actual fucking flaking. We the ones that's doing all the fucking hard work, all the footwork. All you gotta do is show up, which you haven't been fucking doing. So she's like, get the fuck out of my house. I don't gotta explain shit to you. So they're like, you know what, Jenna? You haven't been acting your damn self. And we all can agree, right here in this room, you have not been acting your damn self. She's like, I signed the fucking contract. She's like, I signed the paychecks. I signed all of y'all fucking paychecks. Y'all better get it right. I'm y'all boss. So y'all answer to me. So they're like, yeah, and if you keep on fucking flaking like this, you won't have no damn paychecks. The fucking sign. She's like, I am worth $100 million. I have $100 million to my name, over $100 million in my name in the bank. I got money, so I can always pay you. Okay, you think I need them puny ass endorsement deals? I can do that and still have money. I can walk out on any damn deal and still have money. Okay, so if you think I'm worried about them not fucking with me, then they don't have to fuck with me. I can make my own damn endorsement deal and endorse my damn self. So they're like, okay, you know what, Jenna? It seems like we're not going to. She's like, don't call me Jenna. Call me Jennifer. So they're like, all right, Jennifer. It seems like we ain't going to get through to you because you're already telling us what you're going to do. See, you got a fucking photo shoot tomorrow. It's like, I might go to that. So they're like, what the hell you mean you might go to that? Either you going to it or you not. So it's like, I'll go to it. Yeah, whatever. Now get out. So I remember she comes back upstairs and I'm like, well, what's going on down there? She's like, my damn stupid ass team talking about I've been flaking on like interviews and stuff. I'm like, so have you been flaking? She's like, I mean, yeah. I mean, but you the reason. I've been like flaking to be with you and spend time with you. I'm like, oh, so now you putting the blame on me. It's like, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna say it's blame. I'm gonna say everything I've been doing is my decision. If I decided that that's what I wanted to do, that's what I want to do. Like, I don't need to really do that shit. I'm like, you sure? I mean, because it's like, no, I don't want you to think that you're a burden. You're not a burden because I like your company. I'm like, you do? She's like, of course I do. So me and Jennifer Lopez, we end up, having sex again. Then I went to go check on my daughters and hang out with my little girls. Now, funny thing is, when I was dealing with one of my daughters, Jennifer Lopez was out there taking pictures with one of them. She taking pictures with them, like, filming little videos with her holding the baby and stuff. Now, I didn't know she was doing this shit. Now, why she did all that shit, I don't know. I mean, I ended up finding out, you know, that she did this shit like kind of when I left. Cause it like, well, not kind of when I left, but cause I don't be on social media like that. So when my fans was telling me what was going on, and then you'll find out because it got back to Jenna and she was definitely pissed off. I mean, not at me, but she kind of like was. She wasn't pissed off at me. She was pissed off at the girls. So I'm like, Jenna, I gotta make a run. I gotta take my babies. So it was good spending some time with you. Maybe you can take them photos. Like, no, you know what? Maybe I can send you some photos. I'm like, you want to send me some photos? She's like, yeah, maybe I can send you some photos. I'm like, what type of photos would you send me? She's like, I don't know what type of photos you want. So I'm like, I mean, if we talking about photos, I like nude photos. She like, you do? Okay, so what type of nude photos do you want, sir? So I'm like, I like my photos with my girls. Like I want my girls in their panties and no bra. She's like, oh, titties out, huh? You just want them out there, right? They're showing, right? I'm like, yeah, I like that, and I like to see all that ass. She's like, okay, all right, well, you definitely know how to handle it. Okay, what if I send you some photos? You gonna like that? I'm like, yeah, I definitely. It's like your own personal photos, and that don't mean that I send you the photos and then you show everybody else. I'm like, do you think that I would show other people your photos? You think I would do that? So she's like, I mean, I'm not saying that you would do that, but I'm just saying like the pictures that I'm gonna send you, because I'm gonna send you some pictures. These photos are for you and only your eyes, nobody else's, because I really don't do stuff like this. I'm like, you never sent me photos before. It's like, not really, no. So I'm like, okay, so this your first time. It's like, yes, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous. I'm like, you kind of nervous? Like, yeah, because I'm gonna be doing it on my phone. And I usually, like, if I take pictures in bikinis and stuff, it's like a photographer doing it, not actually me. So I'm gonna say that I'm not a professional. So if you see the photos and they don't look as like perfect as it would like a photographer would take it, just know that it was like taken from my phone. So I'm like, oh, okay. So now I remember when I left, I went to go see Zendaya and check up on her because I have been making sure she's been okay. And the Aaliyah biopic story is coming out on Netflix and stuff. So she's like, David, baby, who babies are these? I'm like, who babies are these? Who they look like? She's like, oh, that's you and Jenna babies. I'm like, yeah. She's like, damn, they look really pretty. I told you y'all made some pretty ass babies. Don't like fucking Jenna, but damn, that girl can make some pretty babies with you. So she's like, look at these goddamn girls. They're so pretty. They look more like they daddy though. She's like, they light as shit like they mother, but they look just like you though. I'm like, yeah, everybody say that. She's like, yeah, they favor you a lot. You can tell your babies. But goddamn, they are some gorgeous ass babies. I'm like, yeah, it's like why the fuck are they always smiling? I could tell that they smile a lot. I'm like, yeah, they smile a lot. She's like, what if somebody was like kidnapping them? I'm like, they wouldn't be kidnapped. They special babies, and I would know if somebody trying to harm them. So she's like, oh, okay. So she's like, can I hold one of them? So I'm like, yeah, go ahead. So I go upstairs, and Zendaya was downstairs with one of the babies, right? So she literally did something that I didn't think she was going to do. So she made a video and posted it to her Instagram, and it was a video of her like holding the baby in her house and playing around with the baby, and she knowing that this video gonna get back to Jenna. She know that Jenna is gonna see this shit and flip the fuck out. So she did it without me knowing that she did it. So these girls are doing kind of like sneaky ass shit. So all I remember is I'm upstairs. I'm like, Zendaya, what the hell taking you so long? She's like, oh, I'm coming. So I'm like, all right, come on, girl. Bring my damn daughter upstairs. What are you doing down there? It's like, nothing. I was getting a little snack. So I'm like, come on then. Bring my fucking daughter up here. She's like, okay. So she come upstairs and she's like, I hope you this way with our babies. I'm like, yes, I will be. Of course, I will. It's like, you think our baby's going to be really pretty too? I'm like, yeah, of course. I think they're gonna be really pretty. She's like, who do you think they're gonna take after, me or you? You think they just gonna look like both of us? I'm like, probably. They might look like both of us. I mean, not all babies come out looking like. I mean, they're gonna look different from these babies. So it's like, well, yeah. I mean, ain't Jenna Ortega like Italian or something? I'm like, she's Italian and Latino. She's like Italian and Latino. She's Italian and Latino. I'm like, yeah, that's I guess or Mexican, one of them motherfuckers. So she's like, she's Italian. So I'm like, how you know she's Italian? She's like, because I remember her saying that shit in one interview. She's Italian. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, what was you doing down there? It's like, what do you think? I got a snack in my hand. I was getting a snack. So I remember we started kissing. It's like, dude, we cannot have sex in front of your daughters. I'm like, she's like, they babies. They can't be seeing you piping this girl down. They know I'm not your mother. So I'm like, okay. It's like, even though I'm pregnant with your babies, which I am, now looking at these babies got me excited for our babies. I'm like, really? It's like, yeah. Can we put them in in there? Like they'd be fine in there. They got their little toys and stuff. Did you feed them already? I'm like, well, actually, I need to feed them now. It's like, okay, I'll help you. So she had already posted the video, right? So now Jenna she sees the video. Like Jenna is looking at these videos because Jennifer Lopez, she posted some videos and pictures to her Instagram with me and Jenna Ortega daughters, and now she's seeing videos with Zendaya holding one of our babies and playing with her in the kitchen. So Zendaya like, what the fuck? What the hell? I know these bitches is out of their fucking mind. I know they gotta be fucking tripping. What the fuck? Oh my god. I'ma fucking kill David. I'ma fucking kill him. So she was like, her mother walked in there. They was like, Jenna, what's going on? What's wrong? She was like, I'ma fucking kill David. I'ma fucking murder him. So she calls me, all right. I'm not knowing what the hell going on. Then she's calling me, but I'm not answering the phone because I got my phone like set down somewhere. It's like on vibrate. So I can't, I can hear it, but I can't because she kind of got the TV loud. So I'm not like really knowing what's going on. And it's not like I told Zendaya to do that or Jennifer Lopez. I didn't tell them fucking girls to do that shit. So they did that on their own. So I remember Jenna Ortega got up on her Instagram live and she was like, all right, y'all, I'm really gonna be fucking just flat out honest with y'all. This shit, I'm not taking this shit. Tell me why the fuck. Now y'all know that me and Zendaya don't get along, right? Y'all know this shit. So why in the fuck is this girl holding my fucking daughter? Why is she holding my daughter in the fucking kitchen playing around with her? Like, what the fuck? What is going on? And then Jennifer Lopez is fucking holding one of my fucking babies and playing around with them. Now, I mean, I really want to give David the benefit of the doubt. Cause he wasn't in none of the videos, so I don't think he was a part of this shit. I don't think he probably even knew about this shit. But I think that these bitches are definitely doing this shit to be petty. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, bitch, why would I want to see you hold my fucking baby? So Jenna is on Instagram Live going off, and quite frankly, I don't know what's going on. I'll never know what's going on. You know, when girls do shit, it's like it's behind my damn back. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, she look like she a little bit full, but I'm gonna change her diaper and stuff. She's like, I can change the other one. I'm like, you sure? Why the hell are you so damn helpful? She's like, I don't got nothing against kids. I love babies. I'm like, okay. She's like, look, just because I hate their damn mother don't mean I hate babies. I don't hate them. Like, they ain't do anything to me. So I'm like, okay. She's like, it's just their damn mother. I mean, it's not their fault that their mother is a fucking asshole. So I'm like, okay, all right. You don't got to keep talking about Jenna like this. Like, okay, I know how much you feel about her. So after we was done taking care of the babies, we put them over there, you know, let them play with the toys. But they ended up falling asleep. They were tired after eating and stuff. They were pretty much tired. So then me and Zendaya ended up having sex and cutting up, which we did. So after I was done with Zendaya, I had to go see Ashley Tisdale. So I'm on my way to see Ashley Tisdale, and then I get the phone call from Jenna. And she's like, David, I'm gonna fucking murder you. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? How you gonna call my phone and just say that? Like, what are you talking about? So she's like, why the fuck was Zendaya holding one of our babies? I'm like, what? She's like, what do you mean, what? So you acting like you don't know what the fuck she was doing? I'm like, look, she asked to hold one of them. I said, yeah, but I didn't know what she was doing. She was downstairs in the kitchen and I was upstairs. So she was like, so you didn't know she made a video with our baby and posted it to her Instagram account? You didn't know nothing about that. I'm like, no, because she didn't say any damn thing about it. She's like, okay, all right, I'm giving you, I believe you, David. I believe you because you wasn't in the video and I didn't hear you. So I do believe you. But why would you let her hold our baby? You know how I feel about that fucking girl. I'm like, I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking, baby. She's like, David, I'm going to make this clear. Because Jennifer Lopez made a fucking video and posted pictures of our baby to her Instagram account too. So let me make this clear. I mean, I don't hate Jennifer Lopez, but it's like, I don't want that bitch holding our babies either. So I'm going to make it clear. David, do not let me see any fucking celebrity bitch holding our fucking kids again. If they ask, can you hold them? You say no. Or if they want to hold them, you say, you can hold them in front of me. But if they start to walk off and go into another room, then you tell them to hand you the fucking baby back. Because obviously they got hidden fucking motives and hidden agendas. They up there posting pictures without fucking kids. I'm like, okay, I'm going to take care of it. I didn't even know they were doing that. She was like, well, now you do know. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, baby. So she's like, it's not your fault. I mean, it's not like the babies can do anything about it. They babies. But for now on, the babies stay with me. I'm like, okay, all right. She's like, yeah, I do not, I'll figure out a way to deal with the babies and get the energy because I'd be damned if I wake up and see another celebrity bitch holding my fucking baby. So I'm like, I get what you're saying. It's like, yeah, definitely. I will definitely be, yeah, they stand with me. I'm like, you sure? It's like, David, because I'm not saying that you are careless. I'm not saying that because I would never say that. But I'm saying that, you know what? I'll give you another chance to redeem yourself. I'll give you another chance because you gave me a lot of chances. So, you know what? I'll give you another chance. But, David, I do not want to see bitches holding our babies, playing around with our babies, taking photos with our babies. I don't want to see that shit. So don't let me see it again. So I'm like, okay, I promise you, I will definitely take care of it. So I remember I get on the phone with Jenna, and I go see Ashley Tisdale. We meet up at one of my apartments. So Ashley Tisdale was like, you know, it took me a long time to find this fucking apartment complex. I'm like, it did? It's like, yeah, I never been here before. And where the fuck is this at? It's like deep in the woods and shit. I'm like, it's not deep in the woods. She's like, well, I had to drive through the fucking woods to get here. I'm like, you was getting scared? She's like, yeah, I thought I was going to drive up to a fucking cabin or something. I'm like, oh, okay. So, like, you know, I hate those fucking movies. I'm like, what movies? Like those cabin movies where a whole bunch of stupid ass teenagers drive up to a damn cabin to like, you know, have a good time and then they end up dying. I'm like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, but no, it wouldn't have been like that. So she's like, well, can we go in, sir? I'm like, yeah, we can go in. So she turned around and realized that I had my daughters with me. She was like, they are some really pretty ass babies. That's you and Jenna Ortega babies? I'm like, how'd you know? She's like, because they look like both of y'all. I mean, you can tell that they Jenna babies too. Damn, they're really pretty. I'm like, yeah, it's like y'all two make a good combination. So I'm like, yeah, I guess we do. She's like, ain't no damn guessing in it. They are gorgeous. So I'm like, well, thank you. So she's like, can I hold one of them? I love babies. I got one of my own. You know, I got a baby. I'm like, I know. She's like, yeah. I don't think I want any more though. I'm like, why? She's like, because my body ain't the same. Just like after like getting pregnant and having a baby and just like my body just not the same anymore. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, I've been going through a whole lot of changes. I mean, if it means that if I can have a baby like this, I would love, I mean, yeah, I get pregnant if it means I have a baby like this. I mean, my baby is pretty and stuff, but these babies are really, They're gorgeous. They're really, really gorgeous. I'm like, thank you. So she's like, so David, look, oh, she's so sweet. She's like falling asleep in my arms. Oh my God, I'm about to cry now. So I'm like, what was you about to say? She's like, oh, so look, David, I turned down a lot of projects. Um, Not yours, because obviously we're going to be doing a movie together. But I had turned down some TV shows and stuff because my body has not been up to par. Like I told you, like I've been really, really stressed out. We bought, like me and my husband had bought a new house, and the house need a whole bunch of work. It just needs a whole bunch of work. There's mold all over the place. You know what mold is, right? I'm like, I think everybody know what mold is. She's like, yeah, so it's mold like all over the place and stuff like that. And I definitely don't want our baby to be breathing in that shit. But it's like the place just need a whole bunch of work, like a whole lot of work. And that has also been stressing me out because I never thought that it would need that much work because when we went to look at it, it didn't seem like it needed a lot of work. It just needed like it seemed like it needed just a few things touched up on it. And then like as we was like looking around because trust me, if I would have spotted the mold and stuff, I wouldn't have moved in. I definitely would have like we would have been looking around. But anyway, when we did move in and everything, we started discovering a lot of other shit that needed to be done with the place or whatever. So that shit was just too much in general. So that stressed me out, obviously, and not to mention my body just like haven't been the same. You know, my hormones been out of whack. Me and my husband has not been having sex in I don't know how long, because I just ain't been in the mood for it. I don't know. It's just been a lot of stuff going on with me, and there's some projects that I decided to do, but then there was a lot of other projects that I just turned down because I just wasn't up for it. You know, and the money was definitely looking good. The money was looking good, and yeah, we need the money, but it's like I just didn't think I was up for it spiritually wise, you know, and I don't think that is right if you come on set with an attitude and stuff because other people don't deserve you to treat them like shit because you're going through a lot of stuff. So I didn't want to bring my attitude on set. So I decided to just turn the shit down and just like, wait it out. And when this opportunity came along, I'm in a good enough space now where I can take on projects now, and I love to focus Well, she's like, I love to focus my energy and time all on this project. So I'm like, can I tell you something? You probably not gonna want to hear this. Like what? I'm like Ashley Tisdale. I always had a crush on you. Like when I seen you in High School Musical 2, yeah, I was like, oh yeah, she looked really good. She's like, oh, you just noticed that I was looking good. I'm like, well, I wasn't attracted to you in Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. She's like, what, you thought I was ugly? I'm like, no, I just thought you was an average white girl. So she's like, so who did you have a crush on in that show? I'm like, it was the girl that played London Tipton. She's like, oh, I'm still friends with her. You know, she had a baby with Macaulay Culkin. I'm like, she had a baby with Macaulay Culkin? She's like, yeah, the dude that played Home Alone. I'm like, they had a baby together? She's like, yup, they had a baby together. So I'm like, what the fuck? Are you serious? She's like, I'm dead ass serious. So I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Macaulay Culkin? Really? She's like, David, I was really surprised too. I'm not even gonna lie, I was just as surprised as you were. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know they was dating. Are they still dating? She's like, that's a really good question. They don't be on social media like that, so I don't know if they are still dating. That is a really good question. I did talk to her a few days ago. I never asked her about it. I remember that we did have like an event, and she didn't bring Macaulay Culkin. She did bring the baby, but she didn't bring Macaulay Culkin. So I'm like, so what do you say? It's like, I don't know. They might not be together. Maybe, I don't know. I try not to get into people's business. You know, when people are like in relationships, I try not to get too involved in it because at the end of the day, it's not my business. So I really don't want people to think I'm nosy or I'm trying to be in your relationship. So yeah, I never asked her about it, but that is a really good question. So I remember we saw it. I'm like, she's like, but wait, so are you saying you don't have a crush on me now? I'm like, no, I mean, I got a crush on you, but I know you're married. She's like, you're not a good listener. I'm like, what you mean? She's like, look, because I haven't been giving my husband what he want. Like I said, we've been arguing a lot. Like I said, not every marriage is perfect. I mean, people be thinking when celebrities are married that everything goes perfect and everything is just perfect. Not all marriages are perfect. Not all relationships are perfect. You got some relationships that are pretty perfect, I guess. But then, I mean, but it's not all relationships are that way. Not all relationships pan out that way. So my relationship definitely is not that way. So it's like, we have been definitely going head to head, and it just ain't been, a good relationship. And he has been kind of abusive. He kind of smacked me a few times and bruised my eye up, a couple of times. So I had to hide that shit from my mother by wearing makeup. So it's like, like I just haven't been really feeling the relationship. And I don't know, like I just don't think the spark is there anymore. Like we're trying to hold on to it, but I guess we're trying to do it for the kid because we have a baby together. But I feel like this is definitely going to hurt all of us in the long run if we just keep on doing this, because we really don't want to be together. We just forcing each other to be together, and it's just like sleeping in the bed. I feel like I'm sleeping with a stranger and not the person I fell in love with. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, well, why don't you let me take care of you? He's like, how would you do that? I'm like, well, why don't you move into one of my apartments with your son or your daughter? I don't know what it is, like the gender. It's like, oh, okay. I'm like, just you and the baby. She's like, you'll do that for me? I'm like, yeah, that way the baby don't have to breathe in all that mold and stuff. She's like, really? I mean, I'll pay you back for it. I'm like, there's a way you can pay me back for it. It's like, and what type of way can I pay you back for it? So I remember me and Ashley Tisdale started kissing. I take her up in the room. She's like, wait, is the babies okay out there? They'll be fine, right? I'm like, yeah, they good. They not gonna fall off or anything. They on the floor. They on the carpet playing with the toys. They'll be fine. She's like, you sure? I mean, like, I don't want them to get hurt. I'm like, trust me, they are advanced babies. It's like, what is an advanced baby? I'm like, an advanced baby is a baby that is very smart for them to be babies. They don't activate like regular babies. They know when they are in danger, so the babies will be fine, I promise you. So we go in the room, we kissing and stuff. It's like, this is not gonna this not gonna make things awkward on set, is it? I'm like, I mean, if you're not my girlfriend, then yeah. It's like, wait, are you asking for us to date and be your girlfriend? Because you got a ton of girlfriends already. So what I would be girlfriend number what, 100 and something? I'm like, I don't have over 100 girlfriends. So like, yeah, but you do got a lot of girlfriends. I'm like, I mean, yeah, I do. She's like, so I'm saying like, if I was to be your girlfriend, I would want you to be like, I'm not gonna say faithful because I would still be with my husband, but I don't know. I think I would want you all to myself. I'm like, okay, that's totally fine. She's like, really? Okay. So we ended up having sex, and which was really good. And every time I had sex with a celebrity girl, they always tell me that they're not a well, that they not on birth control. So she's like, David, I just wanted to let you know that I ain't on birth control. I'm like, why do everybody tell me that? She's like, I'm just letting you know that I'm not on birth control. I'm just letting you know. So I'm like, and why did you think that I needed to know that, Ashley? I like nicknames. She's like, and what is my nickname gonna be? I was like, Tisdale. She's like, Tisdale. I'm like, yeah, because your name is actually Tisdale, so I'm gonna call you Tisdale as a nickname. She's like, okay, Tisdale. I'm like, yeah, that's my nickname for you. She's like, okay. I mean, like, I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, with having that baby, and I'm like, look, what if I told you, if I gave you something for your body to be feeling like a young body, would you have my baby? It's like, what, let you get me pregnant? I mean, look, seeing those babies out there, I'm not going to mind you to get me pregnant, but I'm just saying, if I do get pregnant, it's going to be a while before I get pregnant again, because I'm pretty sure I might have twins if you get me pregnant. So, yeah, it's going to be a little minute before, something get back in this oven. But I'm not saying now. I'm saying you can do it, but I'm just saying if I have your babies, then after that, it's going to be a little minute before I actually, I'm like, oh, okay. She was like, yeah. I was thinking about getting my tubes tied. I really was thinking about it because, he kept saying he wanted more kids, and I just didn't want more kids. I just didn't want to. And I'm telling him, like, you don't have to carry a baby for 9 months, and you don't have to deal with the after effects after having a baby. Like, you don't have to deal with that stuff. So, all you got to do is stick your thing in me, and that's it. So it's like, he don't understand why I'm saying I don't want more kids. It's like, I don't want more, and that's another argument, that we argue about. So I'm like, oh, okay. So now I remember as we together, the girl Bella from The Last of Us, she calls me. She's like, David. I'm like, what? She's like, I told my mom, this time I ain't checking out. I did it. I'm like, and what happened? She's like, she kicked me out. I'm like, she kicked you out? Well, what do you mean she kicked you out? She's like, she threw me out on my ass. I'm like, well, where are you? She's like, well, actually, I'm with my friend. She's one of my homegirls. She lives not too far from here, so I'm just staying in here. But I wanted you to see if you can pick me up. I'm like, yeah, I can pick you up, but can you give me like another hour or so? She's like, yeah, sure. She is really pissed off at me. So I'm like, she is like, yeah, I mean, I'll tell you everything when you come and get me. So I'm like, all right. So she's like, who is that? I'm like, that's the girl from The Last of Us, Bella, the girl that played Ellen. She's like, Ellie? Oh, on the HBO show. Ain't you doing the show, an animated show called The Last of Us? I'm like, yeah, and she's in it. She plays my wife and stuff. It's like kind of like off the show, but in my way, it's told through my eyes. And yeah, it's gonna be a 3D animated series. It's gonna be on Netflix. We already been like working on it and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be really good. She was like, well, I can't wait to see it. But I guess what I'm saying, David, is I definitely would love to have your babies. I'm like, say, but are you not gonna be ashamed to say I'm your girlfriend? Are you? Because I know the girlfriends you date, like they're really pretty and young celebrity girls, and I'm old and stuff. I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? She's like, I mean, I'm not typically in my youth stage anymore. I feel old. I never used to feel actually fucking old, but I do. I really feel like my age. I'm like, you do. Like, that shit is catching up to me. Like, I was on set of a show that I'm, playing on or whatever, and we in the trailer, some of the cast, and we just hanging out and just doing stupid stuff and doing TikToks. And I just realized, like, after I was done dancing, that shit immediately affected me. Like, I never used to have that feeling of feeling old. But when I was young, see, I wish that TikTok, I wish that all this social media shit, I wish that we had all that shit back in my time when I was young. Because we didn't have TikTok or none of that shit when I was a teenager. We have it now, but it's like, I wish that this shit was how it was when I was young. Because all the shit that they have now, we didn't even have that shit. Yeah, we had cell phones and all that stuff like that, but social media, it wasn't the way it was. But then again, Social media is really, really, really fucking dangerous. The kids are really fucking out of control. Social media is making these kids very disrespectful. Like, they're really fucking disrespectful. And it's like, I don't get how you can send your kids out there to be fucking disrespectful to another grown up. Like, I just don't understand how the fuck you can raise a kid that's rude as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, and then you get mad when somebody put their hands on your fucking child. But your child is fucking out of control and she needs someone to beat the shit out of her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're not disciplining your child, somebody gonna fucking do it. Somebody gonna discipline that because kids are out of control with their mouth. They don't know what to say out of their fucking mouth. And then when somebody shut that shit up for them, then they like, oh, so somebody hit me. But why do you think that the grown up hit your dumb ass? Because you was running your mouth. Kids think they grown ups, especially the girls. They think they real grown until they get their ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, them parents need to start raising their kids right because they really do not know how to raise them, and they let them grow up any old type of way and do whatever the fuck they want to do, and say what they want to say, and they make it seem like their kid is not in the wrong when their kids be definitely in the fucking wrong. I think social media, then again, I really don't think I wanted, you know what, it's a good thing that social media wasn't around at our time because around my era, if you look at all the teenagers that grew up around my era, they're not that like they are very respectful. Like we know how hard work is. We know that shit, and we didn't have to worry about being online or being on social media all the time. So it's like we know what hard work is. These kids today are so soft. They don't know what hard work is. They don't know nothing. They soft as shit. And I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but they are. They are really, really fucking soft. So I'm like, yeah, I agree with you on that. They are soft. It's like they soft as shit. They soft. So she's like, and it's like they really do not know what to say out their mouth. And they think everything should be on social media. They think everything should be filmed, everything should be on social media. These motherfucking kids be so disrespectful that they'll literally film a dead body. They will film a dead body and put that shit on TikTok. So it's like, you really gonna be that fucking disrespectful to film somebody dead body and put that shit on TikTok just to get fucking views? Like, people are so fucking out of control with that shit. And TikTok, they need to buckle down on how the fuck people post shit. They need to buckle down on that shit and stop letting people post whatever the fuck they want to post. Because when people post a damn dead body on TikTok, they don't take the video down. But if somebody just posting a video of talking about just the situation, they'll take the video down. So it's like, you'll take a video down of somebody talking about it, but if somebody posting the actual footage of a fucking dead body, you gonna leave that shit up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is wrong with fucking TikTok? They really need to start buckle down and on that shit. Because if somebody just talking about it, I don't see how that's disrespectful. I see it's very disrespectful to actually post a fucking dead body than somebody talking about it. Because somebody posting a dead body to get views, the family got to see that shit. They literally got to see their family member being viewed online. You know how fucking disrespectful that shit is? You see what I'm saying? So what if your ass died? Would you want somebody to film your damn dead body and put that shit online? Like, people are just so fucking stupid. And they just don't give a fuck. So it's like, I don't really like being on social media like that. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't like being on there. Because it just, I don't know, that shit is draining, especially TikTok. TikTok is really draining sometimes. Seeing all that shit that's on there, it's really draining. So I remember me and Ashley Tisdale, we did have sex again. I ain't gonna lie, I like Ashley Tisdale. She is pretty and beautiful. I love how pretty she is. She don't think she's pretty though. She thinks she's ugly. I don't know why, but she do. She's like, stop calling me pretty. I'm like, why? You don't think you're pretty? It's like, I don't think I'm sexy, so stop saying that. Why do you keep calling me pretty? I'm not pretty. I'm like, yes, you are. And then she started crying and stuff, and she was very emotional. And she kept talking about her age and how she don't feel like she's pretty anymore. And I don't know why she thinks she's not pretty, but she is very, very, very pretty in my eyes. She's one of the beautifulest white girls I've ever seen. You know, she's beautiful. She's a flawless white girl. You know, she's pretty, beautiful. I don't know why she thinks she's not, but she is. She's very pretty. So I remember we did end up having sex like a couple of times, a lot of times actually. I told her she could stay in the apartment, and I was taking my daughters with me, and she ended up falling asleep anyway. So I had to pick up Bella and bring her to a place to stay that was like another one of my apartments. So she came, she had came in the car. She had her clothes and stuff, like her bags. And her friend was like, "Oh, I want to see David. I want to meet him. Let me meet him." She's like, "Not right now. Just I'm going through a fucking crisis." She's like, your mother gonna make sure you good. You know she gonna call you and tell you to come back home. She's like, it's been like 4 fucking hours. If she was gonna call me, she would have called me by now. She ain't gonna fucking call me. She's like, well, what did you tell your mother? What y'all fuss about? How come you can't tell me? She's like, I'm just not ready to tell you right now. So she's like, well, what is it? She's like, I'm gonna find out from your mother. It's like, yeah, well, good luck getting it out of her. So she's like, you ain't gonna introduce me to David? I always wanted to meet his fine ass. So she's like, yeah, well, you can meet him another time. Right now is not the right time. So I remember we get in the car and we driving, and I'm kissing on her and doing my thing with her, and we in the back as the car taking us to one of the apartments. I'm like, you hungry? Do you want something to eat? It's like, I mean, I ate there. I'm like, you sure? It's like, yeah. I'm like, so what happened with your mom? Like, so how'd you tell her? So she's like, okay, so this is what happened. So I remember I was coming out the shower. So I'm like, putting my night clothes on. As you can see, I still got my night clothes on. So my mom had cooked dinner, and we eating and having a good time. And I felt like, I don't know, it just felt like the right time to just tell her the truth. And I was like, it's even now or never. If I'm going to tell her, I'm going to tell her now. And I'm just not going to wait. So I'm like, Mom, I got something I gotta tell you. So she's like, well, what is it? What do you gotta tell me? So she's like, is it good news or bad news? So I was like, well, it's kind of bad news. So she's like, what is kind of bad news? Either it's bad news or it's good news. So I'm like, well, I guess it's bad news. So she was like, all right, well, let me brace myself for the bad news. So, okay, tell me what it is. What's the bad news? So I remember I was like, all right, Mom, listen. Um, Remember when you were saying in the mall that you were so proud of me for not having sex at 15 and getting pregnant and stuff? So she's like, yeah, I remember me saying that to you. Why? Why are you bringing that back up? So I was like, well, because, I mean, the thing is that I have been having sex and I am actually pregnant. I mean, we didn't plan for it, but it's not like I was on birth control or anything. And at first, when I told her, she thought I was playing, like she thought I was like pranking her. But then when she realized that I wasn't playing, she basically started really yelling at me and stuff. And she was like, how could you be so stupid? How could you be so dumb? You gonna make the family look bad. And I'm like, how am I gonna make the family look bad? Like, I don't understand. And so she was like, I am definitely making sure you get an abortion. I'm like, I don't want to get an abortion. And so she's like, what do you mean you don't want to get an abortion? I'm like what I said, I don't want to get an abortion. I want to keep it. So she was like, who was the father? I told her that you was the daddy. And then she was like, he was having sex with you. He was using you. So I'm like, Mom, I wanted it too. It takes two to have sex. It takes two to make a baby. It's not all on David. So, she tried to make it seem like I can't make a decision for myself, or you tricked me into having sex with you, when that definitely wasn't the case. But I was just like, Mom, like, you really just gotta understand, like, I'm not getting an abortion, I'm keeping it. So she got really mad, and she was like, no daughter of mine is going to be pregnant under my roof at a minor age. And if you're not going to listen to she's like, if you're not going to listen to my rules or what I say, because I'm in authority, so I get to tell you what to do with your body. But if you're not going to listen to what I say, then you can get the hell out of my damn house right now. I paid for that damn house. That house that my mother in, I paid for that. So it's like whatever. So I packed my clothes up or whatever, and I left because I'm not getting an abortion. I'm not killing these babies. So I told her that, and I left, and yeah, she pretty much threw me out. That's pretty much what happened. I'm like, so she threw you out because you won't listen to her about getting an abortion? She like, yeah. I'm like, well, you'll be fine. I mean, look, I'm not gonna get into that with you about your mom and shit like that. That's personal shit. But yeah, I ain't gonna get into you about that. It's like, what? About what, baby? She's like, about what, baby? I'm like, well, about your mom and stuff. Like, I'm not gonna tell you, what you should be doing with your mom. Like, and I'm not gonna go to her either, because I'm pretty sure she don't want to see me. She's like, she does it, baby. And I mean, it's not your fault though. Like, I mean, I wanted it just as much as you did. So, and then she gonna say, how you gonna start filming the second season of The Last of Us if your ass pregnant? How you gonna do that shit? So I'm like, Mom, what do you mean? Like, she's like, y'all gonna have to start filming early. You can't wait now. Y'all can't wait it out. Y'all gonna have to start working some shit out early. So yeah, she's pretty much pissed off at me, and that's the whole story. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm happy that you told me the whole story, baby. So we go to one of my apartments. She, get her clothes and everything that she packed up. She get it all out the truck. She bring it into the apartment. She goes in the bathroom and start crying and stuff. She was pretty sad. And I'm like, come here, you okay, baby? She's like, yeah,